Hello there.
Hey guys, in today's video I will be reviewing the newest Mandalorian episode, The Passenger. First I will talk about my first impressions, then I will discuss the strengths of the episode, and finally I will go through the weaknesses of the episode. So let's get into it. I want to start off by saying that I am a little let down by this episode. The cliffhanger at the end of The Marshal left me in awe. I was so excited for the next episode. I was expecting for episode 2 to build on the cliffhanger. But in this episode the cliffhanger of the prior episode wasn't even relevant. The episode seemed very filler to me. There were a few good scenes, but other than that, the plot was kinda slow. The plot didn't even seem like it mattered to the rest of the season. Of course I am not saying I didn't enjoy the episode. I'm just saying that the episode is probably the worst in the series. Yes, even worse than the Gunslinger episode of season 1. I would definitely say that this was the funniest episode in the series. The child eating eggs is just hilarious to me for some reason. You have this frog that is trying to save her species, and then you got the child eating her eggs. It probably wasn't meant to be funny, but it was very funny to me. So I would definitely say that comedy was the highlight of this episode. Also, those spiders were kind of cool. If I were to give it a rating, I would probably give it a 6 out of 10. It was enjoyable, but not something that I would be dying to rewatch. So now that I have gone over my first impressions of the episode, let's talk about the episode's strengths. The biggest strength of the episode was that it had some fun moments. The overall plot of the episode wasn't very good, but the writers managed to sneak some entertaining parts into the episode that make it enjoyable. My favorite scene was the intro, where those bandits try to steal Mando's stuff. Mando of course comes out the victor with relative ease. The part where the bandit steals Mando's jetpack, and he shoots the bandit up into the air was pretty funny. And it's always entertaining to see Mando in action. Another scene that I found highly entertaining is when Mando is escaping from the New Republic X-Wings. Before this scene I didn't really understand how good of a pilot Mando is. The episode goes downhill from there. After that, Mando and the frog are stuck in the ice cave for the rest of the episode. I would definitely say this episode is a filler episode. I would say that it was pretty good for being filler though. We got to see Dave Filoni as a New Republic pilot. So that was pretty cool. My bet is that this episode will be important to the rest of the season. Sometimes to make a good season you need episodes like this one. I would also like to point out how good of a job the Mandalorian makers did on the spiders. They based the spiders off of Ralph McQuarrie's concept art for The Empire Strikes Back. I feel like one of the major strengths that the Mandalorian has as a whole is how it uses unused ideas. There are some brilliant things that past creators of Star Wars have come up with and haven't used. There are also many callbacks and Easter eggs relative to past Star Wars content. Even in a bland episode like The Passenger, you can still find something to entertain yourself. The spiders weren't even the only major Easter egg in the episode. We get callbacks to episode 6 as one of the Republic pilots mentions to Mando that his ship aided in the escape of prisoner Quinn. After this callback, Mando realizes he is caught and has to dip. The final strength of the episode is how it sets up the next episode. In the first trailer for The Mandalorian Season 2 we saw Mando on a water planet. I am guessing that the planet that Mando and the Frog Lady are headed to is that planet. The episode description for episode 3 is, "The Mandalorian braves high seas and meets unexpected allies." So I would say that it is pretty much confirmed that Mando is going to a water planet. That means that that unexpected ally is the character that we saw Sasha Banks playing in the trailer. It is speculated that Banks is playing Sabine Wren. Although she could definitely be playing someone else. But allies is plural, so maybe we will see some other people we are familiar with. Now that I have talked about that, let's move on to the weaknesses of the episode. First of all, the plot is very slow. I mean, the episode has a few cool moments, but other than that it is kinda boring. Not much happens in the episode. It just doesn't seem like this episode changed anything about the season. Was this episode actually essential to the season? The only part I really like of the episode is the start. When Mando and the child are on Tatooine, the episode is great. Then, as I said earlier, it just goes downhill from there. The frog lady isn't anything special. Definitely a very forgettable character. Also, it is kind of annoying when she can't figure out that Mando doesn't speak her language. But out of all that, what I would say its biggest weakness is not even bringing up Boba Fett. I would have been content if we just saw him lurking in the background on Tatooine, not even confronting Mando. Or maybe at the end of the episode they could have had the Slave One trailing the Razor Crest. Although I don't know the full story of the Slave One, and I don't know if Boba still has access to it. Although it would be cool to see the Slave One again. If Boba doesn't have the Slave One, how is he gonna get off of Tatooine? I am so excited for future episodes when questions like this one will be answered. If Season 2 of The Mandalorian had more episodes, I would have been fine with this episode. But it only has 8 episodes. It just makes it feel like The Passenger was a wasted episode that could have been used to develop the story further. But I can't stay too mad. New episodes are coming out every Friday. Episode 3 will be great, and I can't wait till I get to see it. I will be doing a review for all of the episodes in Season 2 of The Mandalorian. So be on the lookout for those as well. Also comment your favorite Mandalorian episode. And if you liked the video, hit that thumbs up button and possibly consider subscribing. See you next time on Star Wars Ranked.